covering all your local high school football games with highlights and scores. Now, Football Friday, brought to you by Alabama Credit Union.
Good evening, I'm Gary Harris. Welcome in to week number 8 of WVUA 23's Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union. Visit alabamacu.com to learn more. Alabama Credit Union, loans for real life. Well, highlights from 12 high school football games this evening, including our game of the week between Fayette County and Gordo, which was played on Thursday night. But we're going to kick it off this evening right here in Tuscaloosa. 4A Region 3 contest between Dallas County and unbeaten American Christian Academy. There's a reason ACA is unbeaten. Dallas County would find it out tonight. Here, nice play fake. Quarterback William Suit hits it out there to John Baird, 11 yards. Patriots up 7-0. Later in the first quarter, Dallas County quarterback Joshua Brown runs to his right and hurdles a defender. Now, they didn't win the game, but that play is one of those special plays right there. Great athleticism. Later, Dallas County at the 1-yard line, and they get it in from Keith Thomas. They go up 8-7 as they get the 2-point conversion after one. A little bit of a surprise. Late second quarter, Joshua Brown looking long, straight in the hands of ACA's Braden Todd, and he is going to bring it back to the 26-yard line of Dallas County. Very next play, Suit's going to hit Kim Jeffrey, one of the best players in the state, for the touchdown, and that got them rolling. As we check out the final, ACA goes on to pound Dallas County in the second half, 47-16, the final score. Big game in Class 1A Region 6. Berry hosting Brilliant tonight. Berry having one of those magical seasons. Remember, they beat Pickens County last week. After a score on the first play by Berry, Brilliant quarterback Timothy Bryant was brilliant on that throw to Wiley Hanson. PAT good, and Brilliant on top, 7-6. Then the direct snap to Jonathan Locke, who is a tremendous football player and a great athlete. He was my Gary Harris radio show high school athlete of the week this past week. That's a big first down. And then Berry capitalizes. Isaiah Kazire takes it in on the quarterback sneak for the touchdown. Berry goes for two. Kazire finds Locke for the 2-point conversion, 14-7 at the half. And as we check out the final, Berry just keeps on rolling. 36-13 tonight. The Wildcats take it over Brilliant. 4A Region 3, Holt at home versus Montevallo. This was an entertaining game. Holt has improved this season. We're going to pick it up with special teams being a huge factor in the game. Montevallo has the punt blocked, and Holt recovers, and they capitalize. Tyler Flowers gets it into the end zone, and the Ironman came to play tonight. Montevallo, though, will come back on the next drive. Joseph Anderson from 10 yards out gets it in. And then Anderson again popping off tackle and finding pay dirt. Holt, though, will answer as Flowers comes back later, and he is going to show some serious speed right here. Right into your living room, 55-yard touchdown on the catch and run. This was a great game. Holt game tonight, but they come up just a little short at home. Montevallo wins it 40-33, the final. AISA action. Pickens Academy at home versus South Choctaw Academy tonight. And the Pirates taking the field. First quarter, South Choctaw's Brent Lee Turner. Brent Lee Turner takes the handoff, and he is going to get it around the left side and get it all the way into good field position. Later, Turner will get it in for 6, and the PAT was good, and the Rebels go up 7-0. Now in the second quarter, Pirates quarterback Aiden Johnson pressured, and he puts it on the ground. And the Rebels pick it up and return it inside the 15. And from there, another touchdown by Turner, 14-0. And it was all South Choctaw Academy. As we check out the final this evening, actually a very competitive game, but South Choctaw Academy gets the win. They made those 14 points stand up against the Pirates, 14-7. So pretty good ball game tonight there at the Pickens Academy. 2A Region 5, Sulligent at Lamar County. Here comes Lamar County coming out, and here comes Sulligent on the first play. Lawson Spruill drops back and launches it downfield to Philip Parker for 6. That's the recommended way to start the game. Lamar County trying to answer back, but have some trouble there on the snap. But then with great athleticism, this has turned into a positive play. And Lamar County continues to move the football. First down here. But when they drove down deep, they tried the little screen pass, and it is snuffed out by Neil Strickland. Let's go to the final score. Sulligent, big road win tonight at Lamar County, 28-7, the final. Well, still to come on WVUA 23's Football Friday, our game of the week between Fayette and Gordo. But first, a huge road test for the Tuscaloosa County Wildcats as they traveled over to Hoover this evening for a contest against the powerful Bucks. Highlights are on the way when we return to Football Friday here on WVUA 23.
We're the Thompson Warriors, and this is Football Friday at WVUA 23. Let's go!
The Thompson cheerleaders bringing us back into Football Friday. I'm Gary Harris. Thanks to Pool and Patio Center for our cheerleaders each week. Now let's get right back to the action. Big test for Tuscaloosa County High tonight at Hoover. 7A Region 3 Bucks opening drive. Josh Lundy finds Joseph Buffett in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks up 7-0. That worked once, so they try it again. Lundy throws back to the hot spot. R.J. Hamilton there to receive it. 14-0 Bucks. Wildcats on the prowl. Brax Garrison chucks it out to Cedric Williams, and he is got it in the end zone. 14-7. Wildcats hanging in there, but Lundy hands it off to Jalen Taylor. Now watch this guy just eat up some yardage. Down to the goal line, and from there, he punches it in on the next play. County High hung tough for a while, but as we check out the final, Hoover pulled away in the second half to win it. 48-21, the final score. More 7A Region 3, top-ranked Thompson at Oak Mountain. Thompson is number one in the state and the defending state champion, but Oak Mountain is an improved team this year. They've been good, and they make this one interesting for a while. Second quarter, Oak Mountain trails 21-7, but a great fake into the line, and Cade George gets to the corner. It's 21-14, Eagles within 7. Thompson, though, has the quick response. Connor Harrell can't find a receiver, so what does he do? He makes people miss, and he gets it into the end zone for a 12-yard touchdown. 28-14 Warriors. Then the Thompson defense will come up big. That's the thing about this football team, man. Their defense scores points. The strip there, Tony Mitchell with the scoop and the score. It's 35-14. Oak Mountain, though, continued to play and continued to bring some heat. Judah Tate is going to rip off a beautiful run. But watch what happens on the very next play. You think you're in position to get a score, and here's that Thompson defense. Ball pops in the air. Greg Green, right place, right time, to the house. He brings it back 65 yards for 6. Thompson leads 42-14 at the half, and as we check out the final, Warriors win it 49-21. Pinson Valley at Clay-Chalkville, and this is Pinson's Kenjay Christian. Looks like he stopped on 3rd and goal, but he gets it in from 4 yards out. Kenjay Christian scores at 6-0. First play of the second quarter, Zach Pyron going up top, and Michael Woods is doing his best Jalen Waddle impression right there, or Henry Ruggs, or one of those great wide receivers. 85 yards. Indians on top 13-0. 13-3 now in the third quarter, and here is Kool-Aid McKinstry. Many people believe he's the best player in the state. He's going to announce his commitment here soon. Pick 6, 20-3. We check out the final. Pinson wins it tonight over Clay-Chalkville, 27-10, the final. Cordova hosting Parker tonight up in Walker County on a beautiful football evening. Our Keith Dobbins on hand for this one. The Thundering Herd of Parker wastes little time. Jawarren Minifield finds the end zone. It's 7-0. Just like that, the defense holds, and Parker gets it back and goes up 14-0. Chris Williams finds Caleb Austin for the touchdown. Kind of getting the feeling here that this was all Thundering Herd. You're right. Williams hits DeMarcus Smith, 21 yards. It's 21-0. Parker with another drive in the second quarter. Now Brian Adams here. Man, it's just hard to handle speed once it gets a little bit of a daylight, and Adams with a big gain, and then it's Minifield for 6, 28 to zip at this point. And Cordova finally, though, will find the end zone. Cody Hedrick to Korea Killings, but not nearly enough. So we check out the final. It's 42-6 at half, and Parker cruises to a 42-20 victory. Well, later on Football Friday, an update on Alabama head football coach Nick Saban. Will he be on the sideline tomorrow night for second-ranked Alabama's contest against number 3 Georgia? We'll have the latest developments. But first, our Football Friday game of the week from Thursday. Gordo at Fayette County. Stay with us. Football Friday will return right after these messages.
We're the Hooverville Lions, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23. Let's go Lions!
Thank you to the Hooverville cheerleaders. I'm Gary Harris. All right, our game of the week was played on Thursday night. Gordo at Fayette County in 4A Region 5. Green Wave quarterback Tanner Bailey, who is a junior and one of the top quarterbacks in his class in the country, still sitting out with an injury. They hope to have him back. But backup Christopher Neal has some moves. Watch him turn it on there, but puts it on the ground. He coughs it up. And Fayette County gets on top of it. Next time Gordo has the football, he says, well, I'll take care of that. I won't run it. I'll go up top. And he does his best Tanner Bailey impression right here with a dart. Look at the tight spiral on that to J.T. Billups. Huge gain. That sets up Rayshawn Williams. Always love the Gordo uniforms. Think I'm watching the Green Bay Packers. They're about the high school equivalent of the Packers, too. Great program. Touchdown there later in the first half. Williams, he's looking to make something happen, but he coughs it up. You know, Coach Lally does not like that. Coach Tucker on the other side, he's loving it. Fayette County forces the turnover. This is a 6-0 game, and Fayette County's got a chance to score here before the half, but Blake Johnson can't connect with his receiver in the end zone. It was 6-0 in the half, but as we check out the final, in the second half, Gordo pulled away to win it, 25-0. Class 3A Region 3. Also last night, Hale County at Greensboro, another big rivalry game. 7-7 first quarter. Greensboro quarterback Trey Howard is picked off by Isaiah Wynn, and then Wynn with the nice return deep into Greensboro Raiders territory, and that sets up Hale County on the next play for the touchdown. That made it 14-7 Wildcats. Greensboro, though, the defense would come up with a huge play. Aquavian Sullivan is going to bat this ball, and it's ruled a fumble, and the Raiders get the touchdown. They go for 2. That makes it 15-14, and they go on to win the game. As you'll watch the 2-point conversion here by Anthony Quarles, and they go on to win it 29-20 last night down in Greensboro. Also last night, Class 6A second-ranked Mountain Brook hosting Homewood. Mountain Brook breaking out the black jerseys, but John Colvin is picked off by Blake Bunshaw. But Homewood returns the favor. Trent Wright diving for the interception. And then when they get the football back, Ethan Shannara is going to rumble 15 yards, puts the hat down and gets it down to the 2. Michael Brogan finishes off the drive. Mountain Brook led 7-0, and the Spartans go on to take it last night, 28-0, the final score. Well, when we return to Football Friday, we'll have our Band of the Week and also all the other scores coming up on our Football Friday scoreboard. Keep it dialed in to WVUA 23 because we're coming right back. Fayette County High School Pride of the Tigers marching band. They're our Band of the Week, and that was the song Jump by Van Halen, which is very appropriate as we're mourning the loss of legendary guitarist Eddie Van Halen to throat cancer. They welcome us back in. Now let's check in on all the scores across our viewing area. Let's turn our attention to the Football Friday scoreboard. Now, Selma and Sipsey Valley we were told it was canceled. So I don't know if it was a forfeit. We were just told that it was canceled. It was on the schedule for tonight. Most of the forfeited games, we're just trying to leave them out now because there's quite a few of them. But we were told that one was canceled. Bessemer City, too much for Brookwood tonight, 43-0, the final score in that one. It was Montevallo, or I'm getting ahead of myself here. We already did that game. Northside goes on the road and beats Oak Grove 48-14. Big win there for the Rams tonight. In Hueytown in a shootout over McAdory, 47-41. Morgan Academy took down Tuscaloosa Academy tonight. TA falls on the road 30-13. Pickens County, big win at Meek, 38-14 the final. Hubbardsville all over Marion County, 34-14. Lynn wins at South Lamar, 21-14. Demopolis, a road win at Marbury, 23-7. Hamilton, a winner tonight over Addison, 21-7. Winfield wins at J.B. Pennington, 21-15. And it was Jasper going on the road for a big win at Mortimer Jordan, 36-21. Vestavia over Spain Park, 32-7. Shades Valley took care of Chelsea, 35-12. Hewitt Trustful, no problems with Gadsden City, 48-12. And last night it was Huffman down in Woodlawn, 54-6. The final. Well, that's going to put a wrap on our high school coverage, but we still have plenty for you here on Football Friday. Coming up, will he or won't he? I'll have the latest on whether or not Nick Saban will be on the sideline tomorrow night for the Alabama-Georgia game. You keep it dialed in. We're coming right back with that and more here on Football Friday.
We're the Tuscaloosa County Knights, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
All right, TA cheerleaders, again, thanks to Pool and Patio Center for bringing us the cheerleaders every week. Welcome back to WVUA 23's Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union. Visit alabamacu.com to learn more. All right, this is the story we're all talking about. Nick Saban, what is going to be his status? Well, we think it's going to be pretty positive. It appears that the chances of him coaching tomorrow night against Georgia are improving. Jeff Allen, the Associate Athletics Director for Sports Medicine, released an updated statement at 3:33 this afternoon. The statement read as follows. Coach Saban was evaluated again today by Dr. Robinson. He continues to be asymptomatic and without fever. We are continuing to follow the SEC Return to Activity and Medical Guidance Task Force protocol for testing asymptomatic positives. A PCR test was repeated Thursday by the SEC-appointed lab and was negative. For clarification, the initial positive result came from an outside lab we've used to supplement the SEC mandated testing. He will continue to remain in isolation and receive daily PCR tests should he have 3 negative PCR tests through the SEC-appointed lab, each 24 hours apart. The initial test would be considered a false positive pursuant to SEC protocols, and he would be allowed to return. As I said, it's looking pretty good. Nothing really surprises me. After all, when it comes to Nick Saban, the man just may be invincible. Well, tomorrow night against Georgia would be a great night for Alabama to have 90,000 plus in the stands, but we know that won't be the case. Still, Crimson Tide linebacker Christian Harris says the fans that are in attendance can make a difference.
You know, always having fans at a game is, pretty important. Especially, when we're on defense, get a little bit of crowd noise in there, affect the offense a little bit. But, at the same time, like I've said before, it's an opportunity for us to, go out there and compete and show the world what we can do. And, regardless if there's a lot of fans or not a lot of fans, if they're making an impact or not, we have to execute whatever the game plan is that coach gives us. And I think if we do that, we'll be all right.
It appears to be one of the few schools in the country that's playing top-tier defense right now. And even the Bulldogs have given up some plays. Head coach Kirby Smart explains why he believes offensive yards and points have gone up in recent seasons.
Attributing the scoring is to poor tackling, poor fundamentals defensively, up-tempo offenses creeping in our league. I'll be honest with you, football gets sloppy when you go really fast. It doesn't mean it's not successful. It doesn't mean it doesn't score points. I'm not saying that. I've been torched by teams that go up tempo. I'm not disgracing that. I'm just saying that it gets really sloppy, and as things get sloppy, fundamentals go downhill, and fundamentals go downhill, statistics go up.
Makes sense to me. Well, after beating Arkansas last Saturday at home 30-28 on a field goal with 7 seconds left, Auburn will be on the road tomorrow morning for an early kick against South Carolina in Columbia. Auburn head coach Gus Malzahn says the Tigers are expecting a tough environment, but the key for his team is just to continue to get a little bit better.
We talked about our message has been let's get a little bit better each week, and so that'll be what's on our mind. But we're looking forward to going on the road. I don't think we've been to South Carolina, I think, since 2011. So traditionally a tough place to play, so our guys are going to have to be ready.
Only 5 SEC games tomorrow. Remember, Missouri and Vanderbilt and Florida and LSU have been postponed. Well, that's going to do it for week number 8 of Football Friday here on WVUA 23. Thanks to Alabama Credit Union and Pool and Patio Center for their support. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., it's Crimson Tide kickoff. Join the CTKO crew for a complete Alabama versus Georgia preview. And for all your weekend sports, join Julia Westerman Saturday night at 10 and William Galloway Sunday night at 10 on the WVUA 23 Weekend Newscast. I'm Gary Harris. For all of us here, have a good night and a great weekend again. A reminder, catch us tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for Crimson Tide kickoff. We're going to have a great show for you. Have a great night, everybody, and enjoy your weekend. Roll Tide.